the library to play their little music when it's time to go. All right, my second section is going to be all about the government. So my first section is going to be, why did we do what we did? What happened? What are the great heroes? Who is Patrick Henry? Who is Thomas Paine? Common sense, all that. That's my first section. My second section is going to be 3 branches of government, what we've already learned. So you can even, for my second section, let me fold this up so it doesn't confuse you too much. My second section is this, the 3 branches of government. What kind of government did you give us, okay? So I have quotes here. One lady, and I'm going to put all kinds of quotes in here. One lady asked Benjamin Franklin, what kind of government, she said, what kind of government did you give us, sir? And he said, ma'am, a republic if you can hold on to it, okay? I'm going to put quotes in there. This is your 3 branches of government that you already learned. You can put it in however you want or separate them. And under 3 branches of government, I just have a little flyer. I can give you guys one of these, but you can certainly write it up and put whatever you want under the 3 branches of government. And then I have our Constitution, and then I have our Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments of the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights, and first part of the Constitution, and then the Capitol building. Let's see what I have under the Capitol building, because this was one of my, all right, and I have what this is, Capitol building. I'm going to put information about that. So that's my second section. My third section, so my first section is what happened. Why do we have to declare independence? Why do we have to have our country? We really had no choice. It was tyranny. Second section is what kind of government did you give us? And all about our government. Balance of powers, checks and balances, everything we're learning. Supreme Court, all that kind of stuff. My third section is, let me fold this over again, is going to be, so this is a flap I put on today, so we had another flap. I think I'm going to change these though. I don't like those because it has to do with Supreme Court. My third section is going to be all about our Christian principles. There is the 10 Commandments in the floors. They're in the back of the Supreme Court building. Moses is up top in the Congress. We have scripture everywhere. We have congressional records everywhere talking about how it was founded on scripture. We have statues, we have paintings, we have all kinds of things in our buildings that I never knew about that really outline this is a Christian nation. It's nothing but a Christian nation. We want to be inclusive to other people coming over, but it's a Christian nation. And if we had to start it again, I think the same would be, we don't want to say, hey, if you're Muslim, you go to jail, or if you're something else, you go to jail. We don't want to say that because we're Christians and we love. So I think we'd be in the same place. No matter, because I thought maybe they didn't do it good enough, but I think we'd be in the same place. We're just, sometimes it's just when you're dealing with people. But this was a Christian nation. It is a Christian nation. I don't care what anyone else says. And so it's nice when you know the facts, and when you say the facts, you go, wow. It's just like the first 7 men that were ever elected to Congress were black men, and they were Republican. The first 7 black men elected to Congress, they were all Republican. They were black men. The Republican Party is the party of inclusiveness, and they're the ones who fought that black men could have the right to vote. Not black women yet, because not regular women yet either. I mean, not other women yet either. I shouldn't say regular. So, anyway, people don't know that. Martin Luther King was a Republican. People don't know that. So what I'd like to do is just make sure that we know the facts. That way we can say, hey, these are the facts, because facts get twisted nowadays. People have greed and all kinds of things come into play. All right, so this is the second section, the Supreme Court, and it says 10 Commandments everywhere. And inside, because I'm not that creative, y'all will be more creative than me. Inside, I'm going to put for instance, when you walk in the Supreme Court building, Moses, there's a huge statue of Moses holding the 10 Commandments, written in Hebrew, in the Supreme Court building today. So you walk in. Well, guess what? If you go on a tour now, a few years ago, they said it was Moses and the 10 Commandments. Now they have to say it's Moses. There's no denying it. They say that's Moses and the Bill of Rights. So David Barton, when he does his little tours, he said, the Bill of Rights, it's written in Hebrew. And I say, yeah, it's the Bill of Rights. So if you don't know any better, you believe them, right? We know better. All right, the Capitol building. There's so much evidence of Christian heritage in the Capitol building. Sorry, I'll just ignore the music. It's so annoying. All right, and then I have Did You Know? And under Did You Know, in the Supreme Court, as well as lower courts, justices regularly gave altar calls after condemning someone to their fate. So I'm going to put all kinds of cards tucked in right here under Did You Know, under this flap. And I'm going to just kind of put little information, okay? And then this says, great men of God who preached in the Capitol buildings. And I'm going to have little, probably strips here, and talk about all the preachers that came to the Capitol building. My very last section I'm going to make on the very back, and I'm probably going to do Supreme Court decisions like Dred Scott and stuff like that. I'm going to probably put that on the back. Some of these other lap books have flaps on the back, and it works out great. And as I said, when I fold this, let's see if I can oh, and then I hear somewhere on one of these backs, you can put information everywhere. I have part of that declaration we just talked about, and I blew it up, and I'm probably going to highlight some of them, you know, for cutting off trade with all parts of the world, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, all right, for dissolving representative houses repeatedly, for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. So so that says Declaration of Independence. These are the most egregious grievances. So you can put information everywhere. For this week, I want you to put in your lap book, and I have all kinds of colored paper and all that, so bring everything to class on Friday, but I want you to have in your lap book the Constitution, because we've already printed that out. I'm sorry, the Declaration of Independence, because we've already printed that out. I don't think we printed out the Constitution. And I want you to have the 3 branches of government and the things that we learned in the Supreme Court this week, the things that you guys read or listened to on videotape. So we need to have some, let's say you need to have at least 5 vocabulary words in there. And you guys saw how I did the vocabulary words, right? I just kind of put them on these little flaps here. And that way we can kind of start our vocab on the side there. And then I want you to have the pictures of the buildings. So, I'm sorry, this is so annoying. Oh, they're playing music, but the buildings like that. And you can have them big, you can have them little, whatever you want. And then somewhere under the Supreme Court building, you can have a picture of the 9 justices that we've already printed out. So that's what I want you guys to have this week. If I get a chance, I'll re-record this just because that music's driving me crazy. I don't know why they do that. It's very annoying. Anyway, so that's why I want you guys to do this. Put the buildings in that everything you've already printed out. You printed out the buildings, you printed out the justices, and I want you to have if they're liberal or conservative. Anything else that you've had to print out, the Declaration of Independence, you can make it as little or as big as you want. We don't have to do anything else like that. Okay, but you can do them like this. This is just a piece of paper folded that I showed you guys in class. Just folded it and then just cut little slits in it. All right, okay, you guys are doing great. It's going to be fun lapbooking. If you guys can put away, like, you know, your preconceived notions, just say, I'll just have fun with it. What'll happen is you'll keep reviewing it because you're touching it and you're looking at it and you're working with it. And it's amazing when all of your senses are involved that you really do learn it forever. I mean, the stuff that I've made my kids' lapbook, which sometimes they go, oh, Mom, because they know it's work. But those are the things that they really remember. So it's really kind of awesome. All right, you guys, I'm going to be recording a couple more videos. I'll send them to you. I think these videos today were for Wednesday, I want to say, because the ones for Tuesday were the ones on the Supreme Court. And then I'll record a couple more for Thursday, okay? So these are all the ones for Wednesday. And I'll record a couple more tonight for Thursday. Have a great day. See you later.